So we finally made it. We are here, the finale of season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for the grand finale of RuPaul's Drag Race. This is season 11. It's all over. It is all over. Now, I'm going to get into this, but I'm going to say right away, I was pretty bummed out. Last two episodes really took me on a roller coaster ride, and I know you all seen that in my reviews. I had gotten to a place where I really was just over it. I didn't really care. I was like, okay. And I said, I got bummed out with some different things that had actually gone on. And I said, my excitement level will pick back up by the time we get to the reunion. Well, we got to the reunion and I found the reunion to be pretty lackluster. Here goes that review we got last week. Just short and to the point. It really wasn't much. It didn't blow my hair back. Well, I continued feeling in a low all the way up until we actually began the show. When the show began, the excitement returned. I don't know why, but it did. Maybe it was the venue. I don't know. But we opened up the show with the eliminated queens in order of their elimination, and my excitement actually returned. I was glad to see them, and it was cool. And it went as follows. It was Soju. Soju came back. I said, okay, Soju. She came back and she had a little, a pretty thing going on. Still not as polished as I'd like, but it was cool. It was definitely a bunch better than when she was there. Okay, so months and months have passed, so it was a bunch better than when she was actually there. Kahana Montrese was the next one. She doesn't excite me. That's just all that's to it. She doesn't excite me at all. Kahana is much more interesting as a boy to me. I don't know. Honey Davenport was next. She was still Honey. Mercedes Iman Diamond came out next. She always just looks lovely. I really was expecting more from her over the season as a whole. I was excited for her being the first Muslim drag queen to ever be on the show. There was these shoes that weren't there that she was planning on filling, and she just came across as a bit boring to me. Gorgeous, but boring. Yeah, she's boring. That's all. I can't even think of a better way to say it. Just kind of boring. Ariel Versace was next. Same. She's still the same. It's just Ariel. She's cool. She's cool. Nothing to get excited about. She's cool. Scarlet Envy. She came out. Scarlet, I don't see any huge growth. It's Scarlet. She's another one that I was thinking was going to do better than what she actually did. I was excited for her, but the excitement kind of dropped very early on. That was the same still for me. Raja O'Hara was next. Okay, hey Raja. Plastique Tiara was the next one. Listen. Clean, and beautiful in that one. Well, first of all, she's a beautiful queen. So you can't discount it. As soon as she hits the screen, you stop and you pay attention because she is actually breathtaking. She really is. She is a really, really pretty queen. So she's stunning. So you have to pay attention to her. And this whole Asian look with the feathered back piece, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I was like, girl, do it. That's how you come back to the reunion like, yeah, y'all eliminated me, but look, this is what I've been doing. And that's what it gives. I was here for it. Next was Sugar Cane, and Sugar Cane is old school drag. So she did what she does. Um, Sugar's the one I always just would forget about. She's good, but she was just kind of predictable. And not a bad thing, but I would just kind of forget that she was there. And it was the same thing. It's always been the same thing. But she did a reveal. And quite honestly, the piece that she had on top was better than what she had underneath. I was like, bye, Sugar. See you, Sugar. And that was it for that. Then Nina West came out. And everybody's glad to see Nina because Nina is very likable. We've already covered that. Nina is a fan favorite. Folks took well to Nina. They like her. They like her. And it is what it is. So they were glad to see her. She had a very pretty gown on. Just a pageant gown. And then when she turned around, it was sheer in the back and it was airbrushed to make it look like she was showing her butt and all of this stuff like the skinny girls do, which was a cheeky, very much Nina West. So it was like, okay, Nina. But I didn't understand the pull tabs. Did you understand the white? I didn't understand the white pull tabs. I didn't get it. I didn't get the joke on that. I don't know. Was it supposed to be given not pen-up doll, but like paper doll? I don't know what those white pull tabs were about, but I'm sure there was part of the joke that I probably didn't get. I don't always get all the little camp jokes. And it's like, okay, girl, you went too far over my head this time. So I didn't get that, but okay, cool. Good to see her. Then Miss Vangie came out. And I was, we're always glad to see her because this is showtime. This is where she thrives. It's showtime. What's she going to do? Baby, Miss Vangie came out and gave you, look what I've been doing. That bitch was in leopard from head to toe. It was a bodysuit. Not a bodysuit, but a cat suit. And it was given everything was very Versace-esque. And that bitch pulled it off and gave you perfect body. Her body was cinched and padded to perfection. I said, that's how you do it, Vangie. Yes, I took the corrections and here they are in play. And she gave you Versace runway down. I was like, okay, girl. And that's the part that kills me because Ariel Versace's name is Ariel Versace, and I don't know why. Because that's not her aesthetic at all. Her aesthetic goes not with her name at all. I don't get it. Anyway, moving on. So that was it. That was all the girls out. And then all of the eliminated girls. We got 4 left. And then RuPaul came out. Now listen. I don't like that dress. So I'm just going to say that. I don't like the dress. I'm with Michelle at this time. I don't like the color. I wasn't feeling it on. I wasn't feeling it. But I will say this. What I've always said. That bitch has the baddest hair in the business. RuPaul's hair was so sickening. You didn't want none of Mama Ru's hair. Do you understand me? None of it. That bitch's hair was whipped and dipped, honey. I said, bitch, hair is nasty, bitch. Oh, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, girl, you best to do it. It was so bad. It was so bad. So bad. You didn't want none of Ru's hair. I was here for it. So then they go and they start explaining what is actually going to happen. And it's going to be the ultimate lip sync smackdown. So I said, okay, we must be doing a little pim with the spinning wheel thing again. Of course we were. I said, okay, cool. So then after that, Ru decided to literally go through each of the 4 girls separately and basically kind of interview them. And they all had pre-prepared packages that they actually played. And the packages were done. They were very, very cute. Akaria was up first. Akaria came out. All I'm going to say is feathers, feathers, feathers. It was gorgeous. all these black feathers, and that bitch was just giving you birds of prey. I said, oh, all right, honey. I was here for it. And that's very much her look. Even the way she paints her face is very it's very vampish and very oh, that's what it gives. When I look at her paint and stuff, it's like her. It's all on brand with her. I like it. I like it a lot, and it works for her. It's that very vampish. It is. It gives me birds of prey. I like it. Very dark and mysterious. I'm here for it. In the audience was her mother and her grandmother. Child, I said, Lord have mercy. I said, now I don't want to say nothing about this girl's mother, but I see you, mama. I see you in that mouth full of gold damn teeth, honey. Oh, girl, don't you do it, honey. But she was all, they looked real nice. Her mom and her grandmom were there. They looked real nice. Akaria looks just like her grandma. I mean, dead on. She looks just like her grandmother. And she got that big old ass from her mother and whoever pumped it. Okay, but her mama is the carrier of one of them great big old good giant juicy asses. So I just laughed at that whole little thing, and they were really fun. They were good sports. Next was Brooklyn Heights. She came out, and her package was really fun, really fun. She actually got to do a skit with New York, so that was like really really cute. And she came out on stage, and that bitch was dressed as a snowflake, and it was very cute, and it was on brand as well. When she said, "Honey, hold on to something. It's going to get cold in here." I said, you better come in here and give them storm, honey. And that bitch said, the Queen of the North is here, honey. I said, it was on brand. It was very cute. Naturally, you know, with Brooklyn, there was not a hair out of place. Not a hair out of place. It just was clean and looked like nobody could touch her without gloves on because everything was white and crystal. And I was like, beautiful. I'm here for it. You know, I love white, honey. So I was here for it. Then, honey, I gagged. I said, stop on the commercial break. Shangela, bitch, you better do a commercial for McDonald's, bitch. I live for Shangie. Bitch, you're living your best life, girl. She's living her best life. I said, come on, Shangela. McDonald's. Do it, bitch. So that was really cool. I got my life off of that. And child, was she messed up the girl's name in the commercial? She called her something, called her Rachel. And the girl said, "Oh no, my name's not Rachel, honey. It's Liz or something." She said, "You're an extra, honey, and you might want to think about changing that name, honey. Yes, Rachel. You're Rachel, bitch." I said, "All right, honey." I fell out laughing. Very cute little McDonald commercial, a very adult McDonald commercial, but very cute nonetheless. I was here for it. It was very Jackie's back, honey. I just fell out. I said, okay. Next, we actually had the dancers that came out to escort. You know, they would have dancers come in between when the girls were done, and the dancers came out, and the two of them that came behind for Brooklyn, Kahana and Mercedes, came out, and they were voguing and doing. It was like a nod back to that little skit they did. It was real funny, honey. And the little beat was hot. The beat was hot, and I'm wondering, is that actually Mercedes' song? Because it just ought to be. But they were giving opulence. Opulence. You own everything, darling. I was cracking up. I said, if it's not her song, she's a fool, because it should have been. You should have been in the studio no sooner than you got home, honey. And you got home, you got eliminated, and you got home early, girl. So you should have been in the studio. But anyway, moving on. Then there was this whole segment where they talked about Michelle Visage. Michelle has had her implants removed for medical reasons, and she's being a real good sport about it. Very brave, showing a lot of humility, but that is very much Michelle Visage and who she is. You know, she did a PSA on, you know, ladies and dealing with these implants and making sure that you're in the best health. And if you got to let them go, let them go, you know, to be in the best health that you're supposed to be in or that you can be in. So I just thought that showed a lot of bravery and humility on Michelle's part, which she always does. Even when she drives me crazy with things that she does, it doesn't make sense with her judging. And a lot, you know what? The funny part is, I don't agree with Michelle a lot of times, and sometimes I don't know what she's talking about. But when you watch her when she does What You Packing, her YouTube show afterwards, sometimes you will understand where she's coming from. I do like Michelle. I don't want y'all to get that mixed up that I don't like Michelle. I do like Michelle. I just don't agree with her all the time. You know, she's an old bitch. I'm an old bitch, and old bitches don't always see eye to eye. Anyway, so moving on. Next was Silky. Silky Nutmeg Gnash. Listen, you know, I kind of fell out with Miss Silky toward the end. It was like, girl, you know, you giving me trifling tease. And it's become a problem for me because I feel like I'm not holding my integrity in spot. You know, I'm giving you too many passes here. And tonight, Silky won me back over. She won me back over. I was pretty upset. More upset with myself than I was with her because I really had given her a lot of passes. And tonight, Silky came more polished than she's actually been this whole time, which won me back over as a fan because there's been months have gone by since they recorded the show. And this is the type of growth that you're actually supposed to show. Clean up that shit that wasn't in place in that time before you come back for the finale or the reunion. Clean the shit up. And she did. She did that. She cleaned up her looks. She cleaned up that body work. She cleaned up some of this sewing. It's been cleaned up. Yeah. And her attitude overall. She has started to clean it up. And you can see her being a little more reserved, a little more pulled back, not as obnoxious, not as so in your face, because it's not really necessary. Your personality is big, but all the extra put on is not necessary. So I could see growth. And I was like, okay, you won me back over, Dr. Gounoche. So in her package, she actually had her hair combed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because your boy persona is just as important as your girl persona if you're going to show the girl. If you're not going to show the boy, who cares what you look like? But if you're going to bring that boy persona to us, he needs to be just as polished as that girl persona. Do you understand? You following Rue. Everything you do, you follow. Well, I do. I've been following Rue and what Rue's doing. I see her as excellence, and I'm following. I'm paying attention. And this is what all the bitches, I believe, who are on the show, who have been on the show, who have auditioned for the show, you are following Rue. You're following the career. You're following the way she does things, and the bitch is excellent. So anytime you see RuPaul Charles is just as clean. Actually, cleaner. Because I like what he wears more than I like what Rue wears. The Glamazon. The Glamazon is always on point. And RuPaul Charles is always on point. Always. And like I said, taste-wise, I actually like her men's clothes better than her female clothes. But always together. Always. So how are you here with your head all raggedy and looking like you might smell? You know, get your shit together. And obviously she worked on that. And she had her hair done. And I was proud of her. Like I said, she did her package. She had T.S. Madison as part of her package. I said that was really nice little twist. That was fun. You know, we all, you know, I love the T.S. honey. And then she actually admitted in her package that her lip sync was horrible. And it was. And we all thought it was. And I'm glad that you actually took a big person to admit that you were a mess. And you were. You were a mess. But you won me back over, bitch. And we're glad to see you. So now let's get to it. I still don't believe you should have been in the final, but that's okay. You're here. Okay, so then right after that, then we get Christine's version of Sissy That Walk, and she was great. She was great. She sang the hell out of Sissy That Walk. I love that version. of the song that she actually did. It was really nice. Loved what she had on as well. That red outfit was nice on her. And I loved seeing all of the former queens that showed up for that number. That was like fun. That actually pulled a little bit of a tear. You know, I was like, oh, and you know, as you see him, you ain't seen him in so long. I was like so happy to see him. I was like, so y'all trying to get me all emotional up around here, honey? Hey, bitches, what's up? So that was good. I like that. That was fun. Then that damn Vangie. You knew Ru was going to do something for Vangie. Honey, Vangie did a whole little package about folks, you know, rallying to get her into the finale. And then she was out on the street and just doing what Vangie does, which is why she's a star. And she's going to be a bigger star than what she is. She's going to be a star. Vangie is our next Shangela, possibly. Now, I don't know. Talent-wise, I don't think Vangie is as talented as Shangela, but I believe that Vangie's going to be groomed to be the best Vangie that she can be, and I think she's going to get moved further along. She's going to gain some things as she goes, but I'm envisioning her career being the next Shangela career that comes from the show. That's my vision of what's going to happen for Vangie. So she's sitting in a damn good spot. She's fine. Everything's cool, Vangie girl. Ride the wave. But I thoroughly enjoyed her little package and her child. She read the shit out of Brooklyn. She came from Brooklyn. Like she threw major shade at Brooklyn throughout that little thing with the whole when there was a little dog and she says, what kind of little dog is she, honey? And she says she has lots of partners. She says, oh, like Brooklyn. I said, I know you didn't. Child, let her have it. This she's flirt with that little man. I was falling out. It was hilarious. Then when she gets done and she says, you know, there's room, come back here and put me on the damn pinwheel. There should be just room for 5 on there. And Rue was like, okay, that's it, Shangie. A Shangie, Lord. That's it, Vangie. I've made my decision. You are the winner of season 11. And she will say, oh, girl, seriously? Child, Ruth said, hell no, get your ass on out of here. Child, I fell out. Except that whole little segment was very, very cute, very tongue-in-cheek. I loved it. Again, Vangie's going to be a big star. She's going to be a star. Just watch. Remember, I said that. It's going to be on there. It's going to be up right up on YouTube, honey, so you'll always be able to refer back to it, honey. This video will be there. I said it, honey. I said it. Anyway, moving on. Next package was Yvie Oddly. Yeah, we saw Yvie. There was growth with Yvie. Yvie was much more likable tonight. When she came in, I started watching. I said, come on, Yvie, what you gonna give me? She was much more likable. Yvie has grown since the filming till this point. And I think Yvie was really surprised at how much people really like her. And I think she was very humbled by it, which is a good thing. Because she was a little nasty. She was a little nasty. Y'all was liking Yvie, but come on, y'all have to admit, Yvie was a bit of a bitch. She was a bit of a bitch. And I didn't see that last night. I didn't see it. I said, Yvie, I like it. I like it. You're not coming across as a bitch, and I'm here for it. So I think there's been a lot of growth with Miss Yvie, and that's perfect. She's going to need it. And she's softened. She's softened since the taping of the show. And then, baby, overall, out in the audience was Yvie's mother and father. And they said that her father and mother have not even spoken words in over 5 years. They were sitting right next to each other, honey. I was cracking up. Then they going to say, yes, as always, RuPaul's Drag Race, bringing families together. I said, oh, you so shady. Shady bitch. But, baby, I know you all know this. Yvie's father was sitting there looking like one old snack, honey. Yvie's father's pretty goddamn hot, honey. I said, he looks a little dateable, Yvie. Girl, watch him, honey. Watch him. Watch him. And from what Yvie says, he rides motorcycles, honey. He rides. Watch him, honey. Anyway, moving on. Keep it nice. Keep it clean. Okay, so here we go to the battles. Silky, they spun the wheel. Silky, they land on Silky. So Silky got to pick first who she wanted to go against. And we're sitting there saying, who is Silky going to pick? Baby, listen, go for whoever you think is the best. If you're really doing a reality competition and you want to come across decent and in order, pick good competition. Don't try to play shady. Pick either, you can pick strategically or you can actually challenge yourself. I would always challenge myself. I don't think I would pick anybody that I just thought I could just mollywop. You know what I mean? That would be too strategic. That's like petty, you know? But anyway, yeah, she's supposed to be a lip sync assassin, so she says. She picked Brooklyn. She did. She picked Brooklyn. Good pick. They'll give us a good battle. The song got picked by Brooklyn. She got to pick the box. And she picked the box 96. Bootylicious. Destiny's Child. I said, okay. So her and Big Silk got to going at it. Yeah, okay. They did their thing. They did what they were going to do. Silky did like a whole lot of it was just too extra. Like it was reveal after reveal, and you pulled this big afro wig off, and you had this kind of, it was dry though. There's this Beyonce wig, it was kind of dry. Then it split down the middle, and then she had this like Party City blue wig. It didn't have no kind of style to it. It was given very much this. Okay, all right, bitch, put the chin strap on. Is it tight, bitch? I'm good, bitch. That's what it was given. It didn't have no style to it or nothing. So those wig reveals were no good because the wigs were just, they didn't have any style to them. So that just was ugh. But her costume, everything was in place this time. No panties showing or any of that. And she danced. She really did. She danced. And this whole thing of being big and flopping around on the floor like Orca, I'm not a big fan. I mean, it's cool doing a split, but all this doing that little leg roll, that's for small girls, honey. Big girls don't look good doing that. It's nice that you're flexible enough to do it, but big girls don't look good doing the little windmill things. You look big. That's how that comes across. And again, I ain't trying to be politically correct. I'm a big bitch. So it is what it is. And I'm telling you what I ain't doing. I ain't getting down there flailing like no fish out of water. And that's what it looks like. It looks like Orca on land. And I don't like it. And it just was like, It didn't even look good on Brooklyn. I was like, what are y'all doing? Get the hell up and come on here. But anyway, Brooklyn won the battle. Cool. Whatever. So that left Akira versus Yvie. They got SOS, Rihanna. Lackluster, to say the least. Lackluster. It was lackluster. It really was. Ru could have gone either way. Neither one of them really impressed me. Akira did a reveal, and I didn't get it. She took, she had this, the wig was cool. It was very Rihanna back in the day. And she whipped that off. She had a dance costume on. Akira is not a dancer, so I didn't know why she actually chose that to wear. It was like a stomp down something that Kennedy Davenport would have wore. And I'm like, but you're not Kennedy Davenport. You're not, what you're not going to do is get up here and make us believe you get ready to dance the house down, bitch, and you don't dance. I don't dance now. I make money moves. Exactly. So that's what I would have rather seen Akira do. I would have rather seen Akira give me glitz and glamour. Glitz and glamour, and went ahead and did a walk around the stage. No, walk around the stage. Because it could have been done. It could have been done. I'm not saying a gown. I'm saying glitz and glamour. You could have looked like money and walked around and did the number and brought it to life. You could have done that. Do what it is that you do best. But to put on a dance costume and you're not no dancer is just ridiculous to me. Anyway, and then we know that Yvie can dance a little bit. She didn't really do it because she was dressed up like one of Hello Kitty's friends. I didn't understand that either. I was like, is this some Harajuku shit or what? What are we doing here? I don't know. Either one of them. I was like, whatever, who cares? Come on, give us one of them and let's move on. And then Akira rips her wig off, and then she had this, like the little head things that she wears. But that one was a little stingy, wasn't it? Like she ain't have time to finish it or something. And then it looked like it was back a little too far. I don't know. It just didn't work, y'all. They sent her ass a packing. That's the beginning, the middle, and the end. They sent her ass a packing. Anyway, moving on. So now we got Brooklyn Heights versus Yvie Oddly. The song was Edge of Glory, Lady Gaga. This was the final battle. Right before that, Aquaria came out looking like a bird of prey, and it was absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening. It was beautiful. And you know, I don't go up for Aquaria, but that was beautiful. She looked like she walked right off of Broadway. It was beautiful. It looked like the one bird in Cats or something. I don't know. It really did. They could have just put that right in with Cats or with the Lion King or something. It was beautiful. Anyway, we're very, very well done. Monet Exchange came out to do Miss Congeniality. Good night, Monet. And y'all know I live for Monet, but good night. I'm sick of you all with these no titties. There's no excuse and there's no reason for you walking around with no titties on. You are a glamour queen. That's what you are. You know, you bounce back and forth and you play in camp and comedy, but for the most part, girl, you're a glamour queen. You're always in gowns and different things like that. Your ass was up in a gown with no titties. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. It wasn't cute to me. It came across, and then she had these waves. The hair was bad. Now her hair was bad. It was laid down just like it was her real hair. It didn't even look like a wig. It looked like her own hair had actually been finger waved. It was beautiful. But that no titty thing, you looked like Little Richard. You looked like somebody's uncle or somebody's nephew in an evening gown, and I wasn't here for it. Love you, girl, but I wasn't here for that. Goodbye, Monet Exchange. Soak that up. Anyway, moving on. Miss Congeniality was given $10,000, and of course it was Nina West. We already knew that. It was Nina West. Okay, so then we go ahead and Yvie and Brooklyn do their thing. Brooklyn had a beautiful, well, it was just real nice. I'm not going to say beautiful because it was really edgy and cool. Black cover up that said reveal printed all over it. And the reveal is she ripped it off, and then she had this really sharp bodysuit that was very Lady Gaga. That outfit was very Lady Gaga with all these multicolored mirrors on it and this, blonde hair. Sharp. It was sharp. Very Lady Gaga. It was cool. It's very Lady Gaga and very true to the Brooklyn Heights brand. Cool. Yvie stayed true to her brand as well. Yvie came out dressed in what looked like a period piece. It was very much this whole medieval look. Medieval, and then it had a burst of futuristic bullshit going on. She had this headpiece that went out like this on the sides and framed her face and up, and it was mirrored. So when you looked at her, you were seeing the three faces of Yvie, honey. I said, Miss Yvie, girl, do it. That strange, odd thing worked. And when she turned around, it was given Ornacia in the back. It was a whole Ornacia-like mask that actually was all stoned and lit. And it actually looked like Yvie. I said, wow. Somebody, whoever she uses as a designer, is a fierce-ass costume designer. The dress was, whatever. It had like petticoat and all that stuff. It just went along. Anything she had on would have went along. That headpiece alone won the damn lip sync for her, in my opinion. She did the hell out of it. She did it in her Yvie Oddly way. She performed, and it was good, and it all paid off, and it worked off. Yvie Oddly is season 11's winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was shocked. I felt as though Yvie won that lip sync, but I was actually shocked when they called her name. I was pretty settled that I thought Ru was going to give it to Brooklyn, but he gave it to Yvie. He gave it to Yvie. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So Yvie won. I told y'all I still don't care. Like I didn't care. I didn't care which one of the four got it. I didn't really care. I didn't care. But Yvie won. That's who won. Yvie. Yvie and her headpiece, honey. I was here for it. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show. Definitely enjoyed the show. Them last two, that reunion and that last episode in the reunion had me like, come on here, bro. And then when she rolled out with that gown, I said, oh, you better do something quick, bitch. But it all worked out. Everything was good. I'm ready now for whatever it is to come next, which is another All Stars. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. All right, you guys, this is it. It's a wrap for season 11. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me every week. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and I will see you for the next step of our race with RuPaul's Drag Race. Later, guys. Mwah!